Switching gears, going to be talking a little R&B, a little soul, maybe you love some funk. Well, you're going to love this lady. Up-and-coming singer and songwriter BellA Forté joining us on the show. Bella, welcome to the show. Great to have you here.
Thank you very much. Really great.
I want to start off, first of all, talk about how did you fall in love with soul, R&B, funk? Was it something that your parents shared with you as you were growing up?
It's so funny because my parents always loved music. We listened to compa and all kinds of music at home. But in terms of soul music, I've discovered it really when I was about like 15
Really?
with some friends of mine that made me listen to Aretha Franklin, to Jill Scott, to James Brown and all these artists. And I just loved the sound, the energy, and the edge of soul music.
Well, you picked some of the best of the best. I mean, Aretha Franklin, by the way,
you didn't pick the obscure ones.
was named the #1 voice of all time by Rolling Stone magazine.
Wow.
So
that is a
you're talking
heavy,
about one of the
heavy
greatest
crown
of all time.
to wear.
That is.
Okay.
But Bella's taking it eventually.
No, but you know what I love? A lot of people grow up listening to music. A lot of people are influenced by a lot of different things. But you've decided to make music your life's work, your passion, hopefully earn a good living from it. That's a big jump, right? And so what point in your life do you decide, no, I'm going for this 100%?
I think I studied in communications, and I also took lessons in music since I was very young. And at a certain point, I felt that, okay, communications was really good, I was really fine, but I also had that passion of mine, which was music. Yeah. And I said, you know what, I'm not a person who lives with regrets. So I said, I really have to try it, to do it my own terms and do it in a way where I feel that I'm very comfortable, and eventually it will pick up, and here I am.
And which means, too, which means eventually, I'm sure, you probably started off singing other people's music. You just named some of your inspiration.
Yes.
Then you have to start, if you want to get into the business, have to start creating your own music.
Exactly.
Writing your own music.
Exactly.
So how did that start? What's your process of songwriting?
So, yeah, as you were saying, I mean, I've been singing my favorite artists for like close to 10 years.
Yeah.
And I had the pleasure to travel to Hong Kong and Singapore and do like fabulous, contracts there in 5-star hotels. But eventually, as you said, I wanted to have my own personal stories out.
Which is a bit scary, right?
That's
a big jump.
It is. I wouldn't say the contrary. But I surrounded myself with very, very talented musicians to help me out. In terms of composing, I worked with Gabriel Vinoy-Lapelletier, who's an amazing friend and a great pianist. And for the arrangements of the songs, I've also worked with Joel Campbell.
This is what I'm looking at, by the way.
Yeah.
So with Tina Turner and Janet Jackson.
Exactly.
That's some big names.
Take us through that.
I mean, I'm also singing in a choir, and funny enough, he's the musical director of the choir.
Really?
And we did an album together, and I just loved his arrangements on the album. And I said to myself, wait a minute, I have to ask him. Maybe he'll want to work with me. And eventually he did, and we just created those songs together, and he just, brought them to life.
Mm-hmm. Your first EP is called Hear Me Out.
Exactly.
How would you describe the album to people?
I mean, it's a very soulful, funk, R&B album, so it's 4 songs. The songs are ranging from, there's different types of subjects. So there's a bit like of love, heartache, letting go, and self-affirmation in the
Heartache,
songs.
huh? I say this because, you mentioned Amy Winehouse. I'm looking at, researching you. Amy Winehouse is an influence. So a lot of that stuff is heartache. So you are now putting your own story out there, exposing yourself. How does that translate on the stage? Like, I know you have a show coming up, but tell me about the stage experience with these personal songs, right?
Actually, it's going to be the first time that I'll be performing them.
Really?
Yeah, because it's a lounge, right? So it's going to be my first time. I mean, exposing them clearly to a major public. I mean, I've done shows in the past, and singing for me is just, especially when I'm on stage, there's just something that just grabs me, because you need to create that, sort of communication and connection, exactly, with the public. But now it's me, right? Like, I am just, as I can say, maybe just naked in front of this audience, and I really hope that they'll enjoy what we produce. Yeah.
Some artists, sort of change, right, when they go on stage. They have a different personality, a different persona. Is that the case with you? Or is it just you? You're there to bare your soul?
No, I'm not. I don't really change. I think I'm just maybe a bit more alive and like just I guess I like the energy, so I like to, you know, do some call and responses with the public and make sure that they're there with me. But I'm not like changing completely my personality.
What you see is what you get, eh?
Yeah,
well,
we see all the info right there.
Petit Campus, by the way, the show's happening on the 31st. Tickets
Yeah.
available. It includes the CD, by the way.
Yes.
This is, you know, we're looking forward to great things for you, and we're also looking forward to you're going to be performing a little later on in the show, right?
Yes,
You're
yes.
not going anywhere.
What song are you performing for us?
I'm actually singing "Where Did the Love Go?" It's actually a song about love, a heartbreak that actually, you know, how it is. Sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't.
But even when it doesn't, it produces the best songs. So we're looking forward to that. Don't go anywhere. The performance is coming up. You're watching BT on City.
Thank you.